We are nearing the end of the regular season in high school soccer. Tonight on CCX, a non-conference matchup in girls soccer. The Robbinsdale Cooper Hawks come to Minnetonka to take on the Hopkins Royals. Hello and welcome to Hopkins High School. John Jacobson along with Sig Ligry. Sig, Hopkins coming in 2-5-2. A lot of close matches for them. 4 overtime games already. Probably a little better than the record indicates, but they certainly will have their hands full with a Lake Conference tested team tonight in the Hopkins Royals.
Absolutely. 4 of those games that they had were ties, and they actually called 2 of them good ties because they were playing against some very good schools. So the record may not show, but they do have enthusiasm. They're here to have a good time, and they're not going to be shy playing against the Royals.
Hopkins 1 game under 500, but as I mentioned, a tough schedule for them. But they've got some very good players on their side trying to get back to 500 here tonight. And as we said, the end of the regular season comes next week. So, I mean, it's matches this week, next week, and then you have to have your team ready for the playoffs in 2 weeks.
It's coming pretty fast, and you're right. They have to get ready now. They have to get some wins at the end to get the right seedings into getting into the sections.
Let's look at our key players tonight, starting with the Hawks. Bella Grandboy, second-year varsity player, and their leading goal scorer so far.
Sophomore forward, got, as you said, 3 goals so far, somebody to watch. Knows how to get open, knows how to take the shot, so that if we talk to the coaches from Hopkins, they know who she is.
And for the Hopkins Royals, it's Lavin Douglas, a veteran on this Hopkins team. She is a senior. Definitely played a lot of varsity soccer in her days here with the Royals.
2-time all-conference midfielder, has a lot of good skills, and same thing, the other team knows who she is too, and they'll be watching her. They'll probably be marking her up pretty tight to keep her contained within the midfield area.
We'll hope the bad weather that they're talking about moving in holds off for the evening, and we can get both girls and boys matches in here tonight at Hopkins. We'll take time out and come back and start this first one. It's the girls, Cooper, Hopkins, coming up next live on CCX.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream, that I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly, just to come back in a new disguise and be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
Welcome back to Hopkins High School. We're getting ready to go with our girls match tonight between Hopkins and Cooper. Boys to follow at approximately 7 p.m. tonight at Hopkins. You see the records for each of these teams. 2 draws apiece for each. Hopkins 3 wins, 4 losses. Cooper 2 wins and 5 losses on the season to go along with those 2 ties each. Last year when these teams met, Hopkins defeating Cooper by a score of 1-0. Royals in their home blues with the white trim, and Cooper in the white with the orange numerals. Nick Witherall, middle of your screen there, is the Cooper head coach now in his 10th season as head coach at Cooper.
No, that's all right. I just don't want to. Well, I'm good here though.
And Justin Hagry, second-year head coach of the girls. He was with the boys program before that, but second year with the Hopkins girls. They had a good start to the season. Sig mentioned that 3 wins on the year. Those came in the first 3 matches, so they're looking for their first win of September here tonight against Cooper.
Well, they had some tough teams to play against. Burnsville, Wayzata, Edina, and tied with Moundsview. So they are definitely looking for a big win.
Starters for today for Cooper, A.J. Giron is their goalkeeper. The defenders are Amelia Villalobos, Claire Snapko, Maeve Snapko, and Anna Hunke. The midfield, Nora Griffin-Wiesner, Evelyn Villalobos, Chelsea Estudia, Jordan Sadler, Jace Herman, and Bella Grandboy is their forward. And for the Hopkins Royals, Olivia Rivera is their goalkeeper. Defenders, Olivia Bain, Reese Lovell, Abby Anderson, along with Annika Firehammer, or Laura Frank. And the midfielders, Levin Douglas, Maggie Dozdal, Mary O'Neill, Josie Fieldman, Emma Gallinson, and forward Riley O'Neill.
Having a little discussion on the far side. Center referee is Tyler Dawson. AR1 is Matt Printup, and AR2 for this match, Alex Voznik. So now that we have the possession settled for the throw-in.
Amelia Villalobos with the throw-in. Trying to control down on that side. Bella Grandboy. Double team down the sideline. Cooper though gets it back at the midfield. They'll push it ahead left side, but too far to the left and unable to hit Grandboy with that pass. So Hopkins possessing as they get it back in quickly. It comes to Reese Level. Near side. Pass to Riley O'Neill. Trying to push it ahead and then losing it was Josie Fieldman. And Cooper will get the throw in. Maeve Snapko getting it in play. Punched in the air. Out of play off Hopkins again. Throw in for Hunky. To Evelyn Villalobos. Whistle, foul on Hopkins, and a free kick for Cooper again. Driven across midfield. Hopkins trying to get possession and getting a foot on it and gaining control. Jace Herman, number 10. Trying to drop it back to Hunky, back to Herman, who ran into Lovell along the sideline, and Hopkins takes it back. Here's Douglas. Douglas middle of the field. Lavin's pass behind, or forward on the right, and it's taken by Cooper. Good short touch pass from Sadler to Griffin Wiesner. Now it's across midfield. This is Grandboy, and a takeaway for Hopkins. Well played by Olivia Bain for the Royals. Midfield, it's Cooper with it again. Stop and a takeaway by Lovell, midfield. And pushed deep by Hopkins and chased down by Maeve Snapko of Cooper.
Hopkins doing a pretty good job on the takeaways in their defensive zone, keeping the Hawks out of the danger area.
A play off Cooper. And throw in for Hopkins, Reese Lovell, junior defender, to put it in play. Douglas trying to gain an edge on Maeve Snapko and get behind her, and can't. It's out of play, but off of Cooper.
Yep.
And so will result in a corner kick here for the Royals. A little quick short pass, and no time setting that up at all. Comes to Douglas off the pass from Josie Fieldman. Fieldman with it, trying to get past her defender and can't. She'll drop it back and they'll reset with Lovell. Loose ball. Fieldman trying to chase after it along with Hunky of Cooper.
Both players collided. No foul called on that one.
Hawks drive it across midfield, out of play. Throw in for Hopkins.
Here's that collision. Just they both hit the ball at the same time with the feet and tripped over each other, or tripped over the ball at the same times. Good no call.
Out across midfield. Douglas trying to turn, whistle, and the foul this time on Cooper. Their first will give Hopkins a free kick.
Little bit of a hip check.
Bain driving it all the way to the right side. And a good step up on defense by Sadler to break that up for Cooper. Now further back and sent out by Claire Snapko. Hopkins throw in. Throw in comes from Maggie Dosdahl. Snapko again, got it up in the air. It's out to midfield. Hopkins back, Frank. Pushed ahead. Fieldman trying to play it through. Does to Riley O'Neill. O'Neill putting it out in front. Trying to get a foot on it again. There's a chance for Douglas. A shot trying to go for that far post and missed. And it's out of play. Off of Cooper though, and it'll be another corner coming for Hopkins.
Boy, didn't miss by much. Look at this. Oh, he was knocked out by the keeper.
Yeah.
Wonder.
Giron getting her hands on it and keeping that out. So it wasn't wide. It was just saved by Giron. Now off the short pass again on the corner kick. Cooper trying to keep it in play and it'll be out. Be a throw in for Hopkins. Dosdahl to put it in play. Back forward, Villalobos for Cooper. Off of Hopkins, and she'll throw it in for Cooper. Along the sidelines. Hopkins had control briefly, and then a good takeaway by Evelyn Villalobos. For Cooper, it's out to midfield, chased down by Lovell. This pass by O'Neill, and takes the return pass. Mary O'Neill from Riley. And Giron's got to come out and play the ball with Douglas bearing down on her.
Hopkins again with control, trying to set it up. And again, Cooper drives it over the touchline.
Throw in, turning, trying to turn upfield was Fieldman, knocked away from her, and then it's actually off her and out. So Cooper gets the throw in. Stepping in, Riley O'Neill can get the takeaway.
I did. I got a hot dog.
It's off of the Hawks.
Grand Boy trying to get possession of the ball and throw it in, but Hopkins player there saying, no, that's our ball.
Okay, they're not bad.
Royals pass broken up. Fieldman to Douglas. On a white shirt around her. Feeds it ahead to O'Neill, though, trying to turn past the defender and can as she gets cut off by Hunke. Out of bounds. Goal kick coming for Cooper.
That was an offside called.
I'll just buy more.
Snapko with the kick.
Claire Snapko driving it to midfield. Mary O'Neill got a foot on it, comes back to her. O'Neill past Douglas and all the way back to the goalkeeper, Giron. Her goal kick comes out to Griffin Wiesner. Sends it across midfield. Chase Herman with the pass. Nice little short passes here. Grand Boy going to get it ahead back for Griffin Wiesner. Hopkins plays it out to thwart the scoring try, but Cooper will get a throw in fairly deep here in Hopkins territory as Hunke will put it in. Substitution for the Hawks. Throw in. Some traffic there for Cooper, unable to. Grandboy didn't have anywhere to go. 3 blue shirts around her. This ball off of a Hopkins defender, though, and Cooper will get a corner kick.
Their first opportunity for a set play.
So Maeve Snapko will come down and take it. In front, a little bit too high out. No chance for a Cooper player to get an attack going, and instead it's Hopkins transitioning quickly. They get it to midfield.
Still possessing it. Nice transition by the Royals that time. As soon as that ball was turned over, they were on their way.
Claire Snapko again gets, Amelia Villalobos got a foot on it and forcing Hopkins into a second straight throw in. Driven to the middle of the field by Maggie Dosdahl. Cooper sent it back the other way. Grand Boy with a takeaway from Mary O'Neill. Grand Boy trying to thread the pass on the left side. Comes back, Villalobos. Cross midfield. Grand Boy trying to run down this pass from Sadler.
She's got nobody else with her, so ball goes to the keeper and an easy pickup.
Rivera, the freshman goalie, get the goal kick away here. 13 minutes here, scoreless first half. Booted across midfield by Abby Anderson. Good boot on the ball. Douglas and Snapko battling. Douglas wins that 1v1 battle, gets it back to Fieldman.
And Cooper just watches that one go over the end line for a goal kick.
No goal kick for the Hawks here.
Entering the game for the Hawks, number 13, Rebecca Gordon.
Rebecca Gordon coming in for Cooper. Snapko out toward midfield. Shot driven toward the net, on net. Giron the save. Punch toward the sideline by Frank, out of play. Throw in for the Hawks as Amelia Villalobos gets it in play. Short pass by Lizzie Norman to the sideline, out. Still Hopkins possession. And they'll work it back to defender Reese Lovell across midfield. Douglas trying to get it to Fieldman for the little give and go. But Evelyn Villalobos broke that up for Cooper. Try it again. Douglas trying to get it to Fieldman. Again, Villalobos is there.
Boy, that was the exact same play. Both teams battling in the midfield, trying to maintain some type of control.
Throw in for Hunke. Just skips past Evelyn Villalobos. Hopkins with it now. It's Mary O'Neill. All the way back right side to Frank. Across midfield where it's taken by Claire Snapko. Dropped back by Sadler. Snapko playing it up to the middle. Loose ball and the shot driven high and out of play by Riley O'Neill. A little hesitation for Cooper and who was going to play the ball there. And
almost cost him.
Yeah, gave Hopkins a chance.
Okay, watch this. There's a little bit of hesitation here on the defense. Not going for the ball and all of a sudden coming up out of nowhere. Hopkins players. Number 12 O'Neill puts it over the football for imaginary 3 points.
Off the goal kick toward midfield. The Hawks send it. Hopkins controls again. Frank will run it down. It'll be handled by Dozdal. And now here's Mary O'Neill with it. Past Douglas.
Tried to deflect it forward, but nobody was there.
And Giron has it.
Picked up by the Royals and pounded back in again.
Hopkins trying to set something up with Josie Fieldman. Drawn a couple defenders to her. Fieldman turning outside.
Trying to set up a cross.
And a good takeaway by Cooper. That was nicely played by Nora Griffin-Wiesner.
Offside.
Side before he can get to Douglas, and a free kick coming for Cooper. Snapko drive this one toward midfield. Headed back by Mary O'Neill of Hopkins. Whistle, foul on Hopkins. Amelia Villalobos went down. That drew a whistle on a foul. Look at it again.
Yep. Ball's out of the way and then reached in with a foot and draws the foul.
Here's Hunky for Cooper. Ahead to Gordon. Hopkins with a takeaway and level. Played outside left, comes back. Level again. Race between Douglas and Maeve Snapko here. Douglas gets there. Not quite in time.
Good hustle.
Goal kick coming for Cooper
Entering the
again.
game for the Royals, number
Good look at
13,
number
Amelia
6, Douglas.
Carrizales, and number
That
15.
last play. Here you see it again. Douglas just takes off down the sideline. She actually beats the defender and slows up, and the ball goes over the end line. Otherwise, she was making a pretty good run at that.
Elia Carrizales and Lauren Schaffler in for Hopkins now. Ball comes to midfield, sent by Laura Frank ahead. This one will sail out. Throw in for Hopkins. Hubble getting it in, turning. And it's out of play. Was Schaffler trying to hug that sideline, but went out. Throw in Cooper. He's Herman back in for the Hawks, number 10.
Entering the game for the Hawks, number 10, Jace Herman.
Monkeys throw in, headed by Mary O'Neill of Hopkins. The Royals get it back. Frank, a touch pass on the right. Trying to move it up is Fieldman. Out of play. Throwing Cooper. Lobos get it in for her sister Evelyn. Out of play, throw in for Hopkins.
Hopkins again moving the ball good on defense, and moving it back and forth and get the ball up towards midfield.
There's Fieldman with it. Get into Douglas. Douglas crossing it back to the middle. Loose ball cleared by Amelia Villalobos to the right. Hopkins trying to keep control off of Hopkins, and now we're going to throw in for Cooper. Gordon had a brief rest. She'll come right back in for the Hawks.
Entering the game for the Hawks, number 13, Rebecca Gordon.
Throw in by Amelia Villalobos, trying to get it to he went past Gordon. Grandboy couldn't get it. Here's Hopkins with it and drilled away. Out of trouble.
And here come the Hawks trying to get something going.
Sadler ran into Lovell, made a really nice play.
Boy, Lovell made a great play there.
Then offside on Hopkins.
Stopped the attack and took off. 17:42 to go in the first half. The time on our screen.
Look at it again.
Nice drive down the line. Douglas again chasing it.
Fieldman feeding it left side for Schaffler. Out of play.
Couldn't quite handle that one.
Throwing Cooper. Fieldman intercepting pass, but can't control it, and Cooper again will have a throw in.
Now, Hopkins has done a good job of moving the ball down, but they get down to that 20-yard line, and it's been tough sledding down there.
Pass in toward midfield. Sadler trying to get on a foot on it after Herman had an initial touch, and then out of play off the foot of Hunky. Throw in for Hopkins. Lovell, the quick pass into Mary O'Neill. Outside left to Schaffler. Schaffler, short touch on it. Trying to get Douglas to catch up to it. It does. Douglas got a chance deep, and she scores. Oh, what a nice play by Lavin Douglas. First of all, to catch up to that ball on the pass, and then to be able to turn and beat Duran on the short side for the goal and get Hopkins on the board. Look at it again, Sig.
It's a nice move to the outside. Gets control of the ball. Gets a nice angle right past the keeper. Just slipped it inside the near post. Watch this. You couldn't plan that any better. Here's a good look at number 6, Douglas. Nice play.
Schaffler gets the assists, and it's 1-0 Hopkins. So although they have had the better of play so far in this first half and ball possession, really didn't have much in the way of scoring chances at
No.
all up until that moment.
Yeah, that was the first quality shot they had. So give credit to Douglas. Good patience, stepped around that defender, knew exactly where she was going to put it. Great play. That's her 4th goal this year.
Hopkins on the move again. Schaffler with it. Sends it outside and no, unable to keep it in. Was were the Royals there. And so we'll get a goal kick for the Cooper Hawks. Abby Anderson was the forward down there for Hopkins, but comes back to Cooper. One-on-one battle there at midfield. Finally, Schaffler comes in to play it for Cooper.
For your Royals,
Comes
number
back, though,
6,
to Lovell for Hopkins.
Douglas.
Lovell trying to sip it through and get it to her. Douglas again. And driven out of bounds by Maeve Snapko. Douglas hand showing off that speed. Getting into the play. She'll get the ball here off the throw in. Snapko right on her. Gets a little touch pass to Lovell. Driven out by the Hawks. Good trap on the ball, but they're going to call handball there on Mary O'Neill.
Got her a little bit confused with where the ball was coming. Ended up on her hand and creates a turnover.
Claire Snapko driving the free kick out past midfield. Ball comes back to Maeve Snapko. The takeaway by Lovell. She's able to take the ball away there from Herman. Ball ahead and offside. Douglas and Hopkins.
Yeah, the offside was way upfield. Douglas looking for her second one of the match. Here comes the pass. Yep. Flag comes up at the 35-yard line.
A little closer on the replay than I initially thought, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was offside. And to get the drive of the ball past midfield, Hopkins gains control there. Here's Fieldman. Runs it ahead. Anderson after it. And goes down near the sidelines. Cooper controls. It's back. Abby Anderson. A little touch on it by Douglas trying to feed Fieldman. And it skips all the way back to Giron instead. Hopkins back. Here's Lovell. Up ahead, Lavin Douglas.
Again, good ball movement. Then they get over the touchline and they run into trouble.
Our Snapko got the takeaway for Cooper. Now the Hawks trying to come on the move. Estudillo lost it. Mary O'Neill battling and finally a whistle against Bella Grandboy. Frank on the free kick. Now it's Mary O'Neill. Fieldman trying to reverse fields there and got interfered with there by Snapko. Get a free kick. Fieldman driving it in front, middle of the field.
Foul called.
Oh, and Hopkins here and gets Cooper possession back.
We have an equipment adjustment, tying the shoes.
Jordan Sadler getting her quite tied up again. To midfield. Evan Villalobos, her pass. Intercepted by Lovell. Chipped ahead by Olivia Bain. On the sideline, there's a run for Schaffler to Fieldman. Dangerous forward here for Hopkins. Drives it back to Douglas with a pass. Douglas with a shot and Giron the save. Good teamwork there by Hopkins. Sig, couple of passes.
Yep.
Douglas.
Saw an opening and took it, but yeah,
Yep.
you're right. Nice crisp passes that time, moving the ball well. I think they could have gone for another pass or two before taking that shot because Jerome was right there waiting for it.
To midfield, ball knocked down. Cooper's Jordan Sadler with it. Looks to her right. Sadler trying to feed the pass ahead to Herman. Chase Herman will have the ball knocked off her foot by Abby Anderson. Throw in Cooper. Hunky will come down and take it for the Hawks.
41, Nora Griffin Wiesner.
Nora Griffin Wiesner back in. Off the throw in, sent right back out by Hopkins.
And we'll do it again. Short throw in. Foul called against Cooper.
Sent by Bain to midfield. Douglas. Pass broken up. Good play by Hunky. Cross midfield. Hopkins with it again. Mary O'Neill sent it down deep, and Giron will come out and play it for the Hawks. Out to midfield. Here's Hopkins possessing again, trying to put pressure on. Pass to the right. The break up on the ball by Amelia Villalobos. While driven to the off sideline and out. Throw in for Hopkins. Dozdal to put it in play for the Royals.
Entering the game for the Royals, number 11, Caitlin Reich.
Caitlin Reich is in for Hopkins tonight for the first time now, number 11.
And Lavelle coming out for a rest. Oh, sorry. Check that. That's Anderson.
Another throw in here for Hopkins. Played right to Giron off the foot of Dozdal. Goal kick for Cooper. Under 5.5 minutes to play here in the first half. 1-0 Hopkins. And a goal in the 26th minute by Lavin Douglas of Hopkins. Breaking up that pass is Hunky for Cooper. But it's going to be a goal kick for the Royals.
Third corner for the Royals in the half. And looks like Douglas is going to tap it in. She does.
Douglas drives it high and out of play. Took the pass from Fieldman and too high, and it's a goal kick for Cooper.
Another low, hard drive coming off the kick. Douglas again picks it up.
Ball comes to Level's foot. Looking to get the ball to Schaffler. Out of play, throw in for Cooper. Excuse me, that's Fieldman, who is the forward down on the play for Hopkins. Out of play, it's time off the Hawks, unable to complete that first pass, and so the Royals get another chance here.
You don't want to do that. You don't want to turn the ball over that deep in your own end.
Ball comes loose in front and then driven just wide. The ball came open in a hurry, and Keelan Reish suddenly was right there and tapped it just left of the Cooper goal. Our snap goal.
Another line drive.
Douglas got the head on it. Came back to Reish, trying to feed a pass on to her right. And sent back out of danger by the Hawks. Frank after it there for the Royals. Drops it back and driven by Bain across midfield. Comes to Griffin Wiesner of Cooper. Back, pushed ahead, right side. Oh, a big collision there between Evelyn Villalobos and Lauren Schaffler. And whistle on the foul.
Watch this. You could hear it up. Oh. Once you hit that surface, you could hear it all the way up in the press box.
That was Amelia Carrizales, excuse me,
Ouch.
13. Both went down hard. Carrizales got whistled for the foul. Off the free kick then. Loose ball, and Hubble's been very active in this first half. Had a takeaway, comes back to Cooper though. Griffin Wiesner trying to push it ahead. Hopkins got it deep, set it up the right side. Hawks take it back. Evelyn Villalobos running into some traffic there, and a takeaway by Mary O'Neill of Hopkins. Out at midfield, Cooper throw in. Throw in coming for the Hawks. Really outside and off of Hopkins, and we get a throw in here for Cooper.
Well, Cooper would love to get an offensive set now and maybe get the equalizer before the half. 43 seconds to go.
Evelyn Villalobos had it taken away from her. Cooper drives it down deep, sent by Giron up to her right. Jahunke to midfield, and it's Sadler. Griffin Wiesner after number 21. Off of level, she'll get a throw in quickly. Sadler back to Griffin Wiesner. Missed on the return pass to Sadler. Ball at the sideline and off of leveling out. Final seconds of the first half. Cooper trying to get a shot going. They'll get a corner kick, but they're not going to have time to actually get it off as we get to halftime. Lavin Douglas with the only goal in the first half. Senior midfielder has put the Royals on top of the Cooper Hawks 1-0. We'll take time out, look at highlights, and have the second half of play coming up. You're watching coverage of high school girls soccer on CCX.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Hopkins 1, Cooper 0. High school soccer tonight at Hopkins High School. Look at some highlights from the first half of play. Hopkins with a better play, certainly, as far as controlling the ball. Lavin Douglas, good shot and a nice save by sophomore A.J. Giron to keep it scoreless. But Douglas would strike later in the first half. Lauren Schaffler got the pass, and then it came to Douglas. And a nice job beating Giron on the short side with that shot. Puts it in. That goal came with 15:55 left in the first half to give Hopkins the only goal of the first half. Really not much else for action, Sig, on either end as far as scoring chances or activity at all.
No, there was that one quality shot by Hopkins. Actually, two. The one that Jerome made the save on. Otherwise, time of possession has been in favor of Hopkins. They've been moving the ball down and around and get down to the 15, 20-yard line, and they run into a stubborn Cooper defense that's been turning them away. For Cooper, boy, they're having a tough time getting the ball out of their own end. They only had one shot on net, not even on net. Looking at the stats, Robbinsdale Cooper with one shot, none on goal, 4 fouls, and 2 corners. For Hopkins Royals, 10 shots, 5 on goal, 5 fouls and 3 corners. They got a 50% on-shot percentage.
Hopkins 1, Cooper 0 at halftime. We'll take time out and come back. Second half of play, high school soccer on CCX, continues after this.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly.
Lights out. Good night.
And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
We are back at Hopkins High School, and beyond the main athletic field here for soccer, track and field, and football, you can see the improvements that were made within just with the last few months here at Hopkins High School, adding turf fields. These fields are used for baseball and softball in the spring, and then they take out the fences and use them for lower level and for youth soccer play, and can be used for football as well. And then there's still a grass field beyond that fence you can see, but all turf, Sig, and I know the baseball and high school's varsity softball teams were able to use these turf surfaces with that late spring that we had this year. It was great for them to be able to get some ball games in. Softball plays on a grass field that's back behind us here in the press box, but the baseball team plays on that new turf field there, and especially with the winters and late springs that we can have here in Minnesota, nice to have. And then when you get to the fall, you don't have the wear and tear on the natural grass, and you get these games in a and a good place for those teams to be able to practice and play. So a nice addition and upgrade here at Hopkins High School.
Building up an impressive complex.
So we're ready to start the second half, 1-0 in favor of Hopkins. And Cooper's got to find a way to generate some offense here and some scoring chances in the second half.
Yeah, that's been the problem. They've been playing really solid defense, keeping the Royals out of really good quality shots. But yeah, you're right. They got to get something going on offense because they're behind by 1 goal and have not really had any attack at all. As we said in the stats, they only got 1 shot taken, and that was not on goal. In the meantime, Royals doing what they were doing in the first half with the good ball possession.
Here's Grandboy for Cooper. Nice drop pass back for Griffin Wiesner. Trying to get a chance to the middle of the field there for Jace Herman, and Hopkins broke that up. Ball sent to the right side by Schaffler. Trying to chase it down was Abby Anderson, unable to do so. We'll get a throw in for Jordan Sadler of Cooper. Nope, it's going to be taken instead by Amelia Villalobos. Their throw in broken up. Fieldman dropping it back. It's onto the foot of Bain. Reverse it back again to Lovell. Short pass ahead. O'Neill with it. Mary O'Neill, number 9. Ball goes deep, race to the ball. Here's a shot away and a save made. And a nice job by Giron to get out on that ball, and the shot from Carrizales.
Boy, that could have been a disaster.
And Carrizales gets it past the defender. A nice job by her, and Giron out aggressively to play it and gets the save.
That just gets the foot save on it.
We'll get a corner kick coming up for Hopkins. They have had just short passes on all of these so far, and they continue that again. Here's a shot away by Lovell, and Giron makes the save. So she's got to come up with a couple of stops here in the opening minutes of play here in the second half. Played 2.5 minutes, second half, 1-0 Hopkins leading Cooper. Whistle and a foul as Fieldman knocked down Evelyn Villalobos and get a free kick here for the Hawks. Claire Snapko, little short pass on her right, pushed ahead by Hunky. Hawks working it deep. Evelyn Villalobos after it along with a Hopkins defender. Last touched by Cooper. And it's a goal kick for Hopkins. Laura Frank was the defender back there for Hopkins. Rivera with the goal kick. It's her second of the match tonight.
Yeah, she's only touched the ball once in the first half.
Douglas. To Josie Fieldman. Race for the ball on offside is Carrizales.
And again, that offside called way up there at the 45-yard line.
Trying to spring Carrizales free and take advantage of her speed, and she did get free on that opening shot here in the second half and just couldn't stay on side there. To the sideline and out off of Hopkins. Throw in Cooper. Pass comes in to Griffin Wiesner. And then off of Bain and out. Another throw in coming for the Hawks. Hunky to put it in. Back down and driven right out by Bain. Now the throw in for Cooper.
And we'll try it again. Again, short on those sets. And that's going to be a
foul on Level.
Yeah.
And so free kick here for Cooper.
It's a golden opportunity. This is like a corner kick, almost out further. Should get a good angle on that goal.
Amelia Villalobos will take it.
See if she goes on goal or tries for a setup.
Oh, just put it right on that. A nice save by Rivera.
Rivera able to pick that one up and watch it right over the top of her head. Just hangs onto it. They tried to slip through, but they didn't quite make it. Nice save by Rivera. And that's the first shot on goal for the Hawks for the match. So showing some life now, getting some opportunities.
At midfield, Douglas. To her left, Schaffler will drop it back to Lavin Douglas. Hillman, then a good takeaway from her by Maeve Snapko. Gets tripped up at midfield.
Yeah, we're going to have a little chat about this one.
The yellow card issued against Josie Fieldman.
She got her when she went by and grabbed her. Right here. Whoa.
Entering the game for the Royals, number 18, Emma Gallinson.
Claire Snapko on the free kick off the foul. Knocked down by Level of Hopkins. She has it now. And then take it away from her. Griffin Wiesner, though, gave it back and sent to midfield. Griffin Wiesner pass intercepted by Douglas. Then on to the foot of Evelyn Villalobos to midfield, driven by the Hawks down the sideline off of Cooper. A throw in here for Level. Here's Mary O'Neill with it. Feeds it on the right side. Played ahead by Dozdal. Out of play off Cooper. Another throw in a little deeper here. Dozdal. Got it onto the foot of Mary O'Neill. And a good play by Cooper to drive it back out. Throw in for Hopkins. It'll be Dozdal again. Header off the head of Riley O'Neill and out.
Try to get a return possession and hit it just a little bit too far out.
Hawks throwing. Ball comes back to Dozdal. Carrizales trying to get to the ball. Claire Snapko had her cut off from it, and it's a goal kick for Cooper.
Yeah, I think Carrizales was looking for a foul that time, but that was shoulder to shoulder.
Claire Snapko, the freshman, has shown a strong leg on these goal kicks for Cooper.
Yeah, I like her kicks. They're low and like I said, a line drive.
Toward the sideline. Hopkins has control. Good short pass. Douglas with it. Gets herself away from the defender. To Abby Anderson. Ball deflected in front. Anderson trying to get after it again. Comes back out to Mary O'Neill. Push it back left side. Lovell comes up into the play.
Yeah, or like how big it was. I mean, I assume some
To the sideline, out. Throw in Cooper.
I mean, I figured some schools would do it, but I didn't
Out of play, throw in Hopkins.
What was that?
They'll go right back to Cooper.
Nice intercept by O'Neill. But it goes right back over the touchline for another throw in. Here's a good look at number 9. O'Neill having a good game.
Gonzalez trying to get it through to Gallinson. Off to the right, shot on net, and Sharon makes the save on Abby Anderson's shot. Well, both teams, Sig, really a little more aggressive and getting more opportunities in these first 10.5 minutes of the second half than we saw in a good chunk of the first half.
Absolutely, they're getting more aggressive. They're passing the ball better, and they're chasing it down, not just poking it in and let the other team take over.
Dozdal to midfield, good give and go there. Comes to Anderson, but missed it, and now here's a look at it again. Here's Anderson's shot on net and cradled in by Giron.
And good thing she did, because Carrizales was right there, number 13, waiting for any kind of a rebound.
Good takeaway by Sadler of Cooper. Hawks send it down deep, but the Royals are there. Chipped ahead by Dozdal, across midfield. Goes past Amelia Villalobos and throw in for Hopkins. Anderson getting it in play. Gonzalez with it. Kicked one off a Cooper player. Intercepted. O'Neill feeds it off her left. Here's Lovell. Lovell steps in. She'll drive a shot into the back of the net. Marie Slow, the junior, scores, and it's 2-0 Hopkins.
There you see it again. Almost a repeat of Douglas' shot. Goes from the outside, beats the defender, and then puts the ball right off the keeper. I think it ricocheted off the keeper. Yeah, I think, yes, it did.
Mary O'Neill will get an assist. A goal from Lovell, and it's 2-0 in favor of Hopkins. And we've seen Reese Lovell very active defensively. Sig, she's come up into the offense a couple of times here in the second half. And there with a nice shot at goal, and Hopkins now with a 2-goal edge. Nora Griffin-Wiesner trying to feed it ahead for Grandboy. Grandboy will put it toward the front of the net. Karam is off of Hopkins' player and out. Lovell came back into the play, almost collided with her keeper Rivera there, and it will be a corner kick for the Hawks. Look at this again, Sig.
Went right off the knee and almost in. So that could have been something.
Maeve Snapko drives it back. Here's Claire Snapko, a shot, and making the stop was Rivera.
Here it is again. It's bumbled a little bit and almost gave it up to the forward, but recovered nicely to keep it 2-0.
That Jace Herman was the forward there that was looking for an opportunity.
Yep, she was on the doorstep, and Would have taken that shot if she could have.
We have a goal kick coming for Cooper. I think the Hawks or the Royals felt that should have been a corner kick and last off of Cooper, but it will be a goal kick instead. Monica Firehammer in for Hopkins. Rebecca Gordon for Cooper. Out to midfield it comes. And driven out by Hopkins. We're going to throw in for, driven out by Cooper, throw in for Hopkins. Whistle. Couple of substitutions for Hopkins. Caitlin Raish coming in, and a Gallinson also back in. Throw in headed out by Snapko. So another throw in coming for Hopkins.
And even further back now it gets a little bit tricky because they're running out of real estate. Nice move. Takes the shot.
Shot
blocked
away
by the defender.
Maeve Snapko got a hand on, then diving out for the loose ball was Sharon.
Good reaction by Sharon. That was a potentially dangerous play coming her way. Came out, made the decision to grab it, and did a good job of keeping it in her possession, preventing a rebound.
Dolsdahl for Firehammer. Ball played through, dropped back. Over the head of Abby Anderson and played by Hunke for Cooper up to midfield. Brandboy sends it across midfield for Cooper. And it's onto the foot of Laura Frank of Hopkins. We had a play, it was out of bounds further back upfield. We'll reset there. Hunke taking a look, gets it in play. Brandboy tried to play it up the right side, broken up by Hopkins. Cooper had sent it deep, but nobody there in a white jersey, and sent away by Maggie Dolsdahl of Hopkins. At midfield, it went out. Throw in for Cooper. Amelia Villalobos got the ball in play and driven by Frank across midfield. Sent back by Hunke of Cooper. Royals play across midfield, broken up by the Hawks. Sadler, number 8 for Cooper. Knocked off her foot, collides there with Carrizales. They play on. Fieldman for Hopkins. Sends it toward the net. Out comes Sharon and gets there a step ahead of Anderson of Hopkins. Look at it again. Carrizales and Sadler colliding.
Boy, she goes down hard on the turf. Both got a little bit banged up on that one.
Now Hopkins, some short passes trying to get another scoring opportunity, but off the foot of Raish and driven out by Evelyn Villalobos, and we'll get a throw in for Hopkins. Come the Royals, a shot away, and Giron makes the save. That was a quick shot on net by Douglas, and Giron the save.
Boy, she's been up to the task in the second half, except for that one that snuck in underneath her and off her. But she's made some excellent saves in the second half.
Hillsdale drives it out for Hopkins. Throw in coming for Cooper by Bella Grandboy. Comes back. Evelyn Villalobos able to get it past Firehammer. Middle of the field. Grandboy got a foot on it, but couldn't get a shot away. And we'll get a goal kick coming for Hopkins.
Entering the game for the Royals, number 12, Riley.
Yeah, I think she was reaching for it and just touched it and then went over the end line.
All right, O'Neill, number 12, back in for Hopkins. Nearing the midway point of the second half. Hopkins with a goal in each half to lead Cooper 2-0. Now Grandboy with a shot, and it bounces to Rivera, who makes the save.
Not much on that one, so it was an easy save for Rivera. She punts it out.
Comes to Firehammer, right side. Pushed it past Sadler. Out of play.
And is that a trip?
Yeah, Sadler whistled for a foul there. So this free kick will be taken by Josie Fieldman, the sophomore midfielders. Had a good season for Hopkins. Tries this one deep. Header in front, loose ball, shot away. Oh, and just getting a piece of it was Giron. Nice save by the sophomore goaltender.
And sometimes that's what you have to do, react. Here comes the ball. It's a pretty hard shot right here. Reacts to the position and gets her hand up there and produces a goal kick, but prevents the goal.
Caitlin Raish, who had the shot on net, and a nice save by the keeper, Giron. Now off the corner kick. Loose ball. Karen's back out toward the sideline and driven by the Hawks toward midfield. Sent back by Frank across midfield for Hopkins. To the sideline, kept in play by Amelia Villalobos. Pass ahead to Sadler. Jordan Sadler getting ahead, pass ahead. Grandboy trying to catch up with it, and does. Grandboy getting a shot, but didn't have much of an angle at all on that.
No.
And can't even keep it in play to get it to the net. So it's a goal kick for Hopkins. Right idea, and just the ball a little too far out in front of Bella Grandboy to get a shot away.
Yep, and there were no other Cooper players close to her to even get across.
Right. Hopkins gains possession again. Good takeaway by Claire Snapko, and then she got injured on that follow through a little bit. And she is limping, getting to the sideline. Got the pass ahead to Sadler. Sideline and get a whistle, and probably an injury timeout here for Cooper for Claire Snapko.
Yeah, you can see it again. You can see both players kicking the ball at the same time, and Klapko got the tougher end of it. Here's the assistant coach, Jamie Wood, overlooking, and she's got a cast or walking cast on her legs. I asked her what that was for, and I can't repeat what she told me.
Entering the game for the Royals, number 5.
She was kicking players.
Abby Anderson, number 9, Mary O'Neill.
Look at it again. Here's Snapko.
It caught her foot.
Knee to knee, or
yeah.
leg to leg, right as she came together with Firehammer. I don't know if it was the knee or the.
I don't know.
Looking more at the ankle, though.
Yeah, maybe we can see it again because they were just intertwined with their legs. Good news there. She's up and walking around. Here it is again. Watch this. Turns around. Here comes the collision, and it's. Boy, it's really hard to say. I think it's a knee.
I think it was a right knee on knee. Yeah.
I think you're right.
Well, snap go to the bench. Good thing is very painful at the moment, but probably not something that's hopefully too serious for her. And if not back in the match tonight, next match for Cooper.
Yep, she got up fairly quickly, so that was a good thing to see.
A little move by Evelyn Villalobos and driven off her foot by Firehammer. We got a throw in for Cooper.
And just under 17 minutes to go. Cooper needs a goal, and it needs one pretty fast to get back into the match.
Amelia Villalobos got it in play. Loose ball driven out to the middle of the field, high in the air. Good play by Fieldman to keep that one away from the Hawks attacker who was lurking in front. At midfield and beyond now, here comes Riley O'Neill for Hopkins. Pass to the middle, Fieldman with it, moves to her left, drives a shot, and off the hands of Giron. Got a piece of it, unfortunately out of play as well. And so instead of a goal kick, it'll be a corner kick for Hopkins.
I think the keeper made the right choice that time. You know, if you think it's going to go in, it probably will. So good idea, just get contact with the ball and get it out of the way.
Fieldman putting it in front.
Nobody there.
Skips past a couple of players. And this one does get on the net, and Giron the save, and now goal kick for the Hawks.
Talk about number of saves that the AJ Giron's made in the 7.5. Hopkins is shooting 85% shot on goal percentage in the second half.
We're down to 15 minutes to play in the match. 2-0 Hopkins. Goals from Lavin Douglas, Reese Lowell, giving the Royals the lead as they look for their first win since late August. Started out 3-0 and 0-4-2 since. Sig mentioned early on a tough schedule and one of those teams they've lost to and tied. They'd certainly love to get rewarded tonight for this effort and get a win. Hopkins with a chance, O'Neill, and then broken up well by Nora Griffin-Wiesner. Another opportunity for Hopkins. Wiesner got a piece of that. Another one away, and this one on net. Giron the save. And a strong kick by her to get it out towards Sadler near midfield. Pass to the left, intended for Grandboy. Touched out by Hopkins. Throw in for Cooper. Comes to Sandler. Good work by Maeve Snapko to put herself in position to get a shot.
Yeah, turned
wide, but good to get a little separation there and trying to create that opportunity. Elizabeth Norman in. Amelia Carrizales in as well. Carrizales had a scoring chance early in this half. Lizzie Norman, just a freshman defender. Number 7 for Hopkins. Bella Grandboy deep in the corner. Got 3 goals on the season. Stepping in and playing it away for Hopkins was Firehammer to the sideline, make Cooper reset.
Entering the game for the Hawks.
Gordon coming back in for Cooper.
Gordon.
Sideline and out. Another throw in for the Hawks.
Like Cooper is just not going away. They keep trying.
Touch on it off of Estudito's foot. Another play. Again off of Hopkins. Another Cooper throw in coming. Amelia Villalobos. Long throw in. First touch though by Hopkins. And off they come back toward midfield with Josie Fieldman. Fieldman got Firehammer on her right. She got a touch on the ball. Keeps it in play. Carzales advancing the ball and then driven back by Cooper.
Cooper defense again turns them away.
Comes back to the middle of the field. Mary O'Neill went down. Whistle on Cooper. Free kick coming for Hopkins. Inside of 11 minutes to play now. Hopkins trying to add one more. Comes free. Oh, and
Offside.
Hopkins offside. Firehammer was.
Yep. She was camped there looking for the pass and didn't see quite where she was on the field. Good look at number 21, Firehammer. Also having a pretty good match today.
Kick by Cooper to midfield, knocked down by Grandboy. Carazales to the middle of the field. Fieldman got a little room, a shot away and fired it just wide. Just enough of an opportunity for Josie Fieldman to put it toward the net, Sig. But just sent it a little too far to the left.
Yeah, just a little bit off target, but they're taking these shots now from the outside, trying to make something happen. And Cooper, even though they've been doing a good job on defense with the takeaways in their own zone, having a really tough time with the counterattack. Just can't get much going. That's because Hopkins is sitting there waiting for him at midfield.
O'Neill, nice little pass. There's an opportunity. A shot by Raish just goes wide. Riley O'Neill, really nice short pass to Caitlin Raish.
Boy, just like you draw it up and then just not able to execute at the end, but that was a good setup.
Now here's Hopkins again. Pass to Ron, ball loose. Off of Cooper and then going down is Amelia Villalobos.
Couldn't tell if she caught the ball in the face or what. We'll see it again. Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
That'll do it.
Well, that'll get your attention. She may be a little bit dazed. They have the athletic trainer down there looking at her. Now she's getting up.
Look at that scoring chance just a few moments ago on that the pass by O'Neill. Like I said, Raish, it was Carazales that had the shot on goal. And she's had a couple scoring opportunities here. I just sent that one wide right, and good to see Villalobos up and coming back to the bench. Snapko was injured earlier, is going to come back in here for the Hawks, number 16. There she is.
Entering the game for the Hawks, number 16, Claire Snapto.
We got a corner coming here for Hopkins.
Good fight for the ball there. Hopkins retains possession.
Fieldman trying to get it to O'Neill. Driven toward the far sideline by Jace Herman of Cooper and out. Well, comes back to Riley O'Neill, number 12 again. Carazales, nice little move, ran into a couple of Cooper players there. Wasn't able to get a shot away, and loose ball rolls back toward Giron, who picks it up, and will throw it out here for Cooper. The midfield, a nice takeaway by Mary O'Neill. Firehammer played some good minutes here in the second half. Another Cooper player goes down. Ball right to the midsection there of Nora Griffin-Wiesner.
There we see it.
Well, that might have been more elbow than anything, yeah.
I think that may have hit her forearm. Let's see it again.
Yep.
Yep, forearm.
It's been a painful second half, Sig.
Yes, it has, yeah.
For the Hawks here, their third injury.
The athletic medical personnel has been out there quite a bit. I think that's Scott Westerman. He's from Hopkins. Been busy out there. And again, assistant coach Jamie Wood helping her get off the field.
Entering the game for the Hawks, number 6, Amelia Villalobos.
Holding her arm.
Media mogul Wally Langfell has entered the booth. He'll be doing game 2 with Sig here tonight, the boys match between Hopkins and Cooper. That's the weather that's behind us. Sig, no, I guess that's a little bit to the north of us, north and east of us. So maybe that won't hit. It looks ominous, but I don't think it's heading our direction.
No,
temperature's cooled though, definitely in the last 90 minutes since we started.
The temperature is cool. Humidity feels a little bit on the bogey side, but.
All right, here we go. Fieldman on the free kick drives it to the net, and the save made by Giron. Now AJ certainly been busy in goal, especially here in the second half.
Yep.
They got one goal in on the first half, but she's had more opportunities to save balls here in the second half compared to the first. As we talked about, each team's really been able to generate much more offense here after halftime.
She made 5 saves in the first half and 8 in the second half. Hopkins still shooting about a 72% on goal percentage in the second half.
Riley O'Neill, number 12, back in, along with Lauren Schaffler for Hopkins.
Number 12, Riley O'Neill.
Hopkins throwing them. We're down to 6.5 minutes to play here in the match. A play goal kick coming for Cooper. Snap go on the goal kick.
She's been nailing most of these. It's a little bit lower and shorter, but picked up by the Royals.
And then Snapco gets right back into the play and drives it out of danger for her team. O'Neill playing it ahead to Carrizales. Can't catch up with it.
I tried to get behind the defense and couldn't quite get there.
Mary O'Neill's pass just touched you out and far out in front of Amelia Carrizales. So we'll get another goal kick coming for Cooper. Hopkins possessing the ball back to midfield. Middle of the field. It'll take away, but we get a foul whistled. I think Fieldman thought she had played it clean, but there was some contact there with Evelyn Villalobos, and Fieldman whistled for a foul there. Cooper will put it back in play. Up the sideline. And chasing it down back for the Hawks was Hunky. Throw in for Hopkins. Possessed here by Mary O'Neill. And rolls back again to Giron.
Gets to that one easily.
Knocked down at midfield. Then Estudito battling for the ball for Cooper at the sideline. Out of play off of Hopkins. Throw in for Cooper. Gordon getting ready to check back in, and now does for Cooper.
Rebecca Gordon.
Time starting to be a factor for Cooper. 3.5 minutes to go. They need to gain possession and start their attack.
Nice for the ball along this near sideline, and Schaffler got to it. Takes the pass back from Anderson. Schaffler still with it, getting it past Evelyn Villalobos, and then gave it right back to the Hawks. The giveaway as Maeve Snapco took it. Sadler for Cooper. Dropping it back. Chipped ahead, but out. Off the foot of Amelia Villalobos. Justin Hagry and assistant coach Julie Magnuson, their team looking for a win tonight and inside of 3 minutes away from getting it. Throw in for Abby Anderson.
Yeah, they look pretty pleased with the game so far.
Another throw in for Anderson here. And it was headed and out of play off of Carrizales.
Yeah, looking at the schedule for the Royals. Later on this week they play Edina, then Eden Prairie, then Minnetonka, and Minneapolis South.
And Wayzata tomorrow night.
So it doesn't get a whole lot easier.
No. Cooper's at Benilde St. Margaret's Thursday, and they finished the season, regular season, with 3 straight home matches next week, hosting Kennedy Monday, Bloomington Jefferson Tuesday, and Richfield next Thursday. Race to the ball. It's Riley O'Neill. Drives it back. Level's got a goal here in the second half. Onto the foot of Mary O'Neill. Mary O'Neill trying to gain some space and couldn't put it on net. Is it off her or is it off of Hunky? Looks like it's last touched by Cooper, and we'll get a corner kick for Hopkins. Riley O'Neill will set it up on the corner.
Left-footed, kind of hooks into the right direction, but doesn't get through.
Knocked down, level, trying to get it through a lot of traffic there. Sent to the sideline and out by the Hawks. Throw in for the Royals. Level getting it back. Gallinson. And out of play again by Cooper. Another throw in for Lovell. And a good play by Stapko, stepping in front of Riley O'Neal to play it for Cooper. Final seconds of the match. And out of play off of Lizzie Norman and out.
So unless they get a really good throw in and an attack, they're not going to be able to get a score as the clock runs out.
And so Hopkins gets a goal in each half. Lemon Douglas, Maurice Lovell. And a shutout for Olivia Rivera, and the Hopkins Royals win it tonight. Sig by a score of 2-0, ending that 6-match winless streak.
But they played a good match. They controlled the ball well. So as I said, they had a few problems trying to finish and getting inside the 15-yard line, but they had 2 great shots on the outside that beat the goalkeeper. Very nice shots. Cooper had a pretty good defense, but could not get any transition going. Couldn't get the counter going, and ended up spending an awful lot of time in their own zone. So good quality win for the Hopkins Royals.
Hopkins improves to 4-4-2 on the season with the win. Cooper drops to 2 wins, 6 losses, and 2 ties. That will do it for our telecast tonight. Reminder to watch for Cooper Hopkins boys soccer coming up on CCX. Wally Langfellow and Sig Lager will have the call on that one. For this girls match, all of our crew, I'm John Jacobson. Thanks for tuning in. Final score once again here from Hopkins High School. It's the Royals 2, the Cooper Hawks 0.